Anytime I leave the crypt in my true form of, you know, all things dark and spooky, they stare at me like I just got off of a plague ship, which I guess I can't blame them because I did mnemonic. I just got off of the plague ship, just docked. But there was no time to worry about their discriminating looks because in the distance I saw a creature galloping. So of course I ran over here looking for it, but by the time I got over here, it had vanished. So the next logical assumption is it was a skinwalker. So this is probably the last time you're gonna see me. So some of you are wondering, do I ever do anything other than come to the cemetery, or is this it? Do I do anything else? No, not really. I'm a bit of an introvert. I like to stay in my dark home with my animals and avoid the sun and avoid people, but I do some things. It's just nothing really here tickles my fancy. Shops or activities. There is a shop I do like to venture out to in East Nashville called Hale, which is an oddities store. They have a variety of oddities. They have embalming tools. Where I got my last piece, it's a needle injector gun. They have a lot of taxidermy, skulls. They did have a human femur once. It was a little out of budget, but I would have loved to have had it. I mean, they have just really interesting stuff, so I like to go there. It is a bit pricey, but for what you're getting, you know, it makes sense. Hale is really cool, so I do go there, but I don't like going to malls. I don't like going downtown. The traffic, I can feel my throat swelling at the thought of getting out in Nashville traffic. So I try to avoid that. Plus, nothing down there on Broadway or 2nd really sounds interesting to me. It's bars. I'm not a big drinker myself. It's a lot of country themed stuff. So not really my scene. If I go out, it's usually to more scenic places, just quiet walks, or to, you know, buy ye old embalming tools. Never know when you're gonna have to do an impromptu embalming. So y'all want to make fun of me, but when the moment comes, who's gonna be laughing then? I have to stop for a sit down because when you get to be my age, you get feeble and you need to take breaks. So I don't have a life alert. I have to sit down. I'm not that old. So why did I start making these videos? Well, it all started when I was a young lad. The war had just ended, and I'm just kidding. It started out of boredom, to be honest, originating on Instagram, which I'm sure you've seen those. If not, don't watch them, they're stupid. But I found myself in the cemetery in the company of me, myself, and I. So you don't get bored walking around in quiet contemplation. So I started making these, you know, ridiculous shorts to share my odd humor with the masses, and I found it entertaining and I got some good feedback on it. So then I progressed to YouTube, obviously, and I mean, really it was just for fun. I do really enjoy it. Growing up, wanted to be an actress, took acting classes. My umbrella's about to fly away. Performed at National Children's Theater, so you know, it falls into that category. So I do enjoy that. It's a fun hobby, as well as it's almost therapeutic, because, you know, it helps me express myself and get, you know, feelings that otherwise would remain bottled up and festering forever. So it helps get that out. And yeah, I do hope that maybe it can help reach out to others who might be going through similar circumstances or issues that, you know, I have gone through. They might be feeling alone, depressed, anxiety. So, you know, me sharing tidbits of my story and feelings, maybe it can help reach out to somebody so they know that, hey, it's gonna be okay. It's not all that bad. So it's a couple of things. It's a hobby, it's entertaining and therapeutic to me personally, and I hope that I can help anyone else who's listening. So that answers that. So earlier, yeah, I commented that some folks were staring at me, to which I just figured it's because I look like Frankenstein's monster. But I started wondering if it's because I have a Glock sticking out of my pants. Well, excuse me, but have you seen Unsolved Mysteries? Because I've seen Unsolved Mysteries, and I'm not about to end up on an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Maybe America's Most Wanted, though. You may be looking at this and thinking, well, look at there. Fall. Look at all those leaves. But you'd be wrong. It's because it's so hot and there's not been any rain. No fall for you, Tennessee. Just heat. So, I'm gonna leave now. Get in my motor coach and go home. The good news is that I didn't get killed by that skinwalker. I mean, what else could it have been? Certainly not a cat, a dog, a possum, raccoon, an armadillo. It was definitely a skinwalker. No doubt in my mind. So, the moral of today's video is just assume whatever you're chasing is a skinwalker.